Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen, Happy New Year! Woo! All right, Happy New Year. I've been gone for a minute. I like to let life. And then I come on back here and do my videos and getting back into the routine. So, listen. Shout out to all my mutuals that did their videos today on Katt Williams and his hilarious interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. That's a really great platform for you to have people to come on that you know and you're familiar with out there in Hollywood. But baby, that was one of the funniest things. The funniest things that I had seen. That was a very long interview. If you have not seen it, it is worth a watch. It's about 2 hours. It's almost 3 hours long. And for 3 hours, Katt pulled no punches, right? As you see it scrolling down the screen, let me do my housekeeping. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Please like, comment, and share this video if you care. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank all the people that are currently following me and continue to rock with me. I really do appreciate you all. 2024 seems like the year of reveal, and I'm hoping to reveal a lot more of my personality and who I am with this channel. I think if you have been rocking with me from the beginning, I started this channel to be consistent, and with all the different news and things that are going on, I've seen my channel evolve, and it'll continue to evolve. It'll also continue to, because I know people are like, well, Pam, you hadn't reviewed a movie, you hadn't reviewed a television series in a while. Calm down, calm down, calm down. We had a writer's strike, and then we had a actor's strike. And so there wasn't really too much content to really review. And so now that the actors are back to work and the writers are back to work and things start rolling, I am going to get back to my P-Valley reviews. I am going to get back to my Bel Air reviews. I see that my show, The Hamptons, the little show that could, is back on BET. I think I've missed the first 5 episodes, but do not fret. I am going back. I'm going to watch it. I thought that was one of the it's a little show that could. It put me in the mind of old nighttime soap opera dramas that used to happen back in the late 80s, early 90s. So that's why it's one of the little shows that could. So let's get into the topic and the topic at hand. I do want to hit this Katt Williams interview that he did with Shannon Sharp. Just want to hit the highlights. If you want to go, Blues House did a great live. Him and Mika, they did a very good live and dissected that interview right down to every little minutia. So go watch that if you want a blow by blow, play by play, and go subscribe to that man's channel because he is a wonderful content creator. He knows a lot about Marvel and a whole bunch of other stuff. So you make sure you go support him. But listen, I will boil it down to, if you have lived on this life as long as Katt and I have lived on this planet, the information that he had given, we knew. Now, there were some things I didn't know. But we knew, particularly about the stuff about Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac, we knew about that. And I know a lot of you young people say, oh my gosh, he was just hating. He's a hater. Hate is not the word. The word is envious. That is the word. Steve Harvey appeared to be envious of Bernie Mac, right? They both were peers. They both were doing the things that they want to do. But there was a point in time where Steve Harvey thought that he was the bigger person and the more popular person. And then to see Bernie Mac come out and then get all of the applause and everything that he thought that he should have, that's envy. And that's not a good place to be. Yes, Steve Harvey is very accomplished. Yes, Steve Harvey has a lot of money. Yes, he has all of those different things. But in that particular genre of being a comic, being a comedian, Bernie Mac was heads and shoulders above a lot of people. And one of the things I think a lot of people loved about Bernie Mac is that he was very humble with it too. He knew he had a talent, but he didn't beat you over the head, or nor did he try to take from um, somebody else's talent. One of the things I didn't know, shout out to Cat Williams. That's a stand up. That's a stand up guy for what he did for Melba Moore. He recognized that this woman had a talent. He recognized all of these different things. The only thing was is that she couldn't afford to buy her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And if you all did not know, that people are nominated to get stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but you have to pay each person that has their star out there. They paid 30,000. It's either 30,000 or $50,000 for that star. I learned that when Michael B. Jordan got his star, it cost about $30,000 to get that star, and then you have a certain amount of time, a time frame, in which they will do the ceremonies for you. Okay, so shout out to him, knowing that they wanted him to have a star, but he saw that she was in his, I call them classes, for that year. She was in that class, so he paid for her to get her star. And I thought that that was very stand up, and nobody knew about that. um Shannon did his homework and found that out, but that was top notch. That was top notch to do something like that for someone, when you didn't have to. He didn't have to spend his money like that, but he did. Baby, he talked about all the comments. He talked about Faison. He talked about Ricky Smiley. He talked about Cedric the Entertainer. He said there will be no DL slander, and I agree. Uh, he talked about a lot of folk, and he didn't say anything. But you notice that the people that he spoke about, that he talked about, they hadn't really come out and said anything. It's just like, oh, it's almost like, let's make love, not war. That kind of attitude. They're not going to say anything, and you'll probably hear a couple of them saying, well, I'm just above all of that. He can say what he wants to. You'll have a couple of them probably flaunt the fact that they have a lot of money, and see, my money shows that I'm successful, and da 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 this and da 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 that. But baby, the folks that caught strays, baby, Diddy caught a whole stray. Jonathan Majors caught a whole stray. Who else? He threw strays at a whole lot of folks. I think Faison's caught a stray. Earthquake caught a stray. He talking about Earthquake couldn't read. He can't read. Mercy. Everybody was catching strays, but it was a good interview, and I just wanted to kind of just go over that real quick. Have y'all seen the picture that Jada Pinkett Smith took? She was in this white and gold. Let me see if I can find her real quick, child. I'll put it up if I can find her really quick. But she had this little picture. And when I tell you, the internet was really, y'all are ruthless out here. We're going to hold you. I think this is it. It was on Instagram. I think it is. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Y'all see this picture. This is Jada Pinkett Smith, and she's in this, I don't know exactly what it is. But child, y'all were ruthless. Someone said, and I think I saw it on Twitter. If I could find that tweet, I promise I would post it. Someone said she looks like Fat Joe on Ozempic. Y'all are awful. Y'all are awful out here, but I wanted to share that. I really wanted to share that. Just because y'all are awful out here talking about she look like Fat Joe on Ozempic. So let's get into, I think I talked about the Cat Williams. I talked about the picture about Jada Pinkett Smith. There was something else I want to talk about. Oh, so I do want you all to know that I am going to do a complete video about superhero fatigue and what my thoughts are about superhero fatigue. So look out for that. That'll probably be coming in the coming weeks, because I told y'all I had homework and I'm still trying to go through all of that information to then give you my last and my third and final installment about the recast T'Challa and my thoughts about that. Um, so I'm going to come back with that. But let's talk about what this video is entitled. Jonathan Majors, what has happened since the conviction? Well, we hadn't seen too much of him, but today we learned that Jonathan Majors is going to be sitting down and doing an interview on ABC. And that's going to take place Monday. So if I think there are plans being worked out. Here we go. He's going to sit down with Lindsay Davis, and he's going to do an interview with her, and be his first interview after the trial and after the conviction, which I think is good for him. I think he needs to get his story out. Also, check out Victoria Burke's video on why it's important for Jonathan Majors to speak. That's a great Lauren Victoria Burke. That is a great video. She's here on YouTube. That is a great video, and you all should watch that on her 8 reasons why she thinks she should speak. I think he should speak because I think he should tell his story. I think he should talk about their relationship. I think he should talk about the conviction and what is his plans for the conviction. After this, I think he should, because it is very important for him to get his information out there, to get his side out there, because as we have seen over the course of this, that you have had publications tell a one-sided story. And I think it's very important for him to tell his side, and talk about what, since that time, what he's been doing and all of these little different things. Because being quiet is one thing, but when you have other people telling your story, you get lost in that mix. So I'm very glad to see that. I think that there's going to be I'm not sure yet, there may be a watch party where we'll watch the interview and then give our opinions. We do understand that this is a condensed version of the long version of the video, and they're going to put that out, I think, on abcnews.com and other places. There will be the long play of that video, and once I get a hold of that, we will go over that video play by play and review it. My thoughts on Jonathan Majors is that I hope he would appeal the sentencing, because I think that, and this is just me, when you looked at all the information that we got out of the court, shout out to Danny Does Law, you can tell that it was one-sided and enough information didn't come out. And what I mean by that is that the total public doesn't know all the information that was going on. They only hear this one-sided story about this big mean black man who beat up this demure white woman in a car, and it's all his fault because he was cheating. No one ever proved that he was cheating. All we knew is that he got a text message from somebody that wanted him to be kissing her. That's all we got. But we did see her pop him. We did see her chase him down the street. We did see them go in and out of a car 3 and 4 different times, with her chasing him and trying to get back to that phone because she felt like she needed to see who that person was that texted him that. We did see that. What do you think is going to happen in the sentencing? Because I think I have talked about, with what's going on in that DA's office, that they want to make examples of people. And I think that the DA is going to be pushing for him to be in jail for a year. I'm just telling you all this. This is what I think that they're going to be pushing for. And I think him getting on TV and saying his side of the interview, I think it's going to help with the perception of that. Because him being quiet, people are just thinking he's just some big black, angry black man that's whooping up on the white women of America. And that doesn't seem to be the case. What do you think is reasonable? Now, you know that the one of the charges that he was charged with is a violation. So there is no jail time behind that. He probably has to pay a fine of 250, $300 or something like of that nature. But the reckless uh, assault charge that he did receive, that carries up to a year in jail. What do you think is reasonable? In my opinion, I don't think he should spend a day in jail. He should have probation. If they want to give him a sentence of probation, he can do an anger management class. And if he completes the anger management class in the community service, then this could be expunged from his record. That's what I think is reasonable. But what do you think Alvin Bragg and them are going to do? Wanted to give you some information about what's going on out there. There is a petition on change.org to have Netflix uh, release magazine Dreams. Now, I don't know if Netflix is interested in that because we don't really know what Disney and Disney Corporation is going to do. And shout out to Blue, because I think I tweeted you, Blue. But Blue said something a couple of weeks ago that, I heard it, but then I see something that happens. And shout out to She Dreads Me because she made mention of. So here's what. Blue a couple of weeks ago was saying that everyone has said that Marvel has dropped him, but Marvel hasn't come out with a statement that they have officially dropped him. This is just what's been reported, and people who are close to uh, someone at Marvel saying that he was officially dropped as fired as Kang the Conqueror. Because we never heard because Blue kept saying we hadn't heard anything official. We hadn't heard anything official. And then I saw this interview, and She Dreads Me said, "Now wait a minute, hold up, this don't seem right. How is it you doing an interview on a Disney platform and they just fired you? Why would they then want to be associated on any platform on any level with you if you are as bad as they say that you are?" So this is interesting. And so that made me think about Blue. Did Disney fire him? Because I wouldn't think that they would want, but then again, they might want to make money off the situation. I think anybody that, would make money off the situation. But it is something to just look at and kind of ponder. This is something interesting. So I am looking forward to the interview. The only thing that I am really concerned about, and shout out to Danny, because Danny tweeted, she wasn't worried about the interview because he's quite eloquent. He can speak and he can speak his mind and all this other stuff. The only thing that I thought I would be concerned about are the edits, because you know how people try to edit something with a little spin. And if they have, depending on the first question that's asked, that's going to let me know where this interview is going to go. If there's going to be this certain spin. I really wish that they would just drop the whole interview. No edits, no cuts, just drop the whole interview. It looks like it probably was anywhere between an hour or 2 hours, but I wish they would just drop the whole interview. That's the only thing that I was worried about on this interview was going to be the cuts. There's also a petition to get Jonathan Majors to continue to play Kang. And so you should go to change.org. And if you want to contribute to that, you can. Also, shout out to Flavio. Flavio has a website for Jonathan Majors for you to show any support to him. If you want to write him a message or something like that. If you follow Flavio De Sousa on Twitter, he has the link in his on his page and in his bio that you can definitely go and support him. Okay. That's all I got, y'all. That's all I got. I just want to come on here real quick and talk about the stories of the day. And that was the big story of the day for what I had. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking about this interview? What are y'all thinking about what Cat Williams said as he was interviewed by Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay, which is a YouTube page here on YouTube? What are y'all thinking about all these things? What do you think about Jada Pinkett Smith looking like Fat Joe on Ozempic? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. All right, people, we do this every week. Every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Please tell your friends, your family, your coworkers. Tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. And as always, people, bye-bye.